Hardware Canucks CES 2014 coverage is brought to you by ncix.com. Technology connected.
Hey guys, we are here in the Asus booth. We've covered the Asus press release, press conference, where we took a look at their mobile devices and their, let's look around here. This is their ROG monitor. So we took a look at this and it is very impressive at 1440p resolution, 27 inch, exactly what we want to see sort of from G-Sync, right? Very thin bezel as well. But why don't we take a look at some of the other things that they have here in stock. So what we're gonna take a look today is obviously Asus they do have peripherals and they do have audio products. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at this, their latest headset, the Sugarbear. I hope I'm pronouncing that, Sugarbear. So this is a sort of your mid-level budget, entry-level gaming headset. A few impressive features. This is $49.99, so audio quality is going to be sort of, it is dependent on the price, of course, but hopefully we won't be hearing anything too bass heavy. And impressive features, 60mm drivers. Of course, the way the driver is tuned is very important. So we are told that, of course, it's a gaming headset, so there will be sort of this bass, bass presence. But we've told them, said that, you know what, maybe tone down the bass a little bit and emphasize the mids and the highs, all the detail in the game that we want to see. So it comes with a detachable microphone like so. It does have a wind foam on there. And it is noise cancelling microphone, so it has two microphones on each side to cancel out the background noise, whatever is around you. It does carry somewhat a very distinguishable and very similar design to somewhat of the SteelSeries Sugarbear lineup, and they actually do have a very similar design in nature. That's because the actual headband, as you can see, these tubes are sort of slightly rubberized. You can sort of feel the wire inside of them, but the actual headband is, as you can see, is flexible. Let me put them on my head like so, and now they sort of perfectly fit in place, and they provide nice resistance to the head, so they're not too tight and they do have a very comfortable fit. The ear cups they are pleather and they do have this sort of memory foam like what we've seen from a lot of gaming headsets to the day, and they do have a design feature of this Asus red color inside, so the red lining and red strips on the outside. This is slightly rubberized. They do have a little bit of swivel, and so and also one more thing to mention is that first of all, you have this mic control, so you can either mute or unmute your microphone. It has a clip on the outside and a volume rocker on this side, so you can adjust the volume. Now, this microphone is retractable. Sorry, retractable. I keep saying retractable. It's detachable microphone for the purposes of being just a mobile headphone, and that's because it does connect with a standard 3.5mm jack into this extender that does split into both a microphone and headphone jack, and it does include this extender. But using this regular 3.5mm jack, which is right here, you can use this with your mobile devices, your iPhone, your Android, whatever. And it has a microphone on the actual sort of this base, so you can still pick up phone calls regardless of whether you have a mic plugged in or not. And that's a very good feature. I think that, you know, utilizing this headset slash headphone to its full potential, and they're very comfortable, and really hope to see to test them, and hopefully that they're not super bass heavy, and they do utilize very tonal properties. Now, and a few other features that we have here in stock at the Asus booth is this very unique ROG front bass. It utilizes sort of very dashboard looking style. It does have both microphone and a headphone jack right below. It has a USB and three buttons there's three buttons that two of them are programmable. One of them can just, if you press it, it will exit the game or exit anything that you're working in for very fast that exit. It does have a control wheel, and that's what you use to basically control this entire screen. This is not a touch screen, as you can tell. And what you can do, so we have RPM for the fans. You can cycle between them using the wheel. We have temperature probes for the motherboard and inside the case. They do have sensors, and we also have CPU frequency plus the time. And you know, it does have a very cool appeal. It does utilize two 5¼ inch slots. And one more awesome thing to point out here at Asus booth is this Asus Poseidon. This is a GTX 780. And one of the few unique features about this, it's both an air cooling card and a water cooler. So right here, these are your water cooling sort of piping entrances that you can unplug, and you can put in your own fittings, and there you go. You can have a water-cooled Poseidon GTX 780 plus an air cooling. There are 2 fans underneath. This will be coming out later in the year, but it does have a very unique characteristics of the fact that it's both air cooling and water cooling.